And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We got a great show for you today. As always, we are live every single day at noon Eastern. If you want to watch live, head over to twitch.tv/Takes by Fans. If you want to watch but not live, head over to our YouTube channel, Takes by Fans. We post all of our shows and clips of the show there on a daily basis. And if you just want to listen, we are on podcasting apps, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. So however you want to watch or listen, we've got you covered in multiple ways. Alrighty, today is a big old Thursday. We already got one team in the finals, baby. The Suns closed out last night, Game 6 in LA, and to kind of celebrate Chris Paul finally getting to the NBA Finals, you know we had to break out our Chris Paul Clippers jersey, Lob City Days, so congratulations to Chris Paul. Would love to see this man finally get a ring. Probably one of my favorite, I would probably say my favorite NBA player. Now that we have this kind of new wave coming up, and kind of, Chris Paul exiting the league, maybe any moment. The man may win a ring and then just retire out on top. Potential. We'll see. But yeah, I love Chris Paul. So all credit goes to him last night. An absolutely sensational closeout game, and we'll break all that down. And unfortunately, Paul George, I mean, what those two narratives got squashed so quick, didn't they? That Chris Middleton was Batman, that was the first outrageous narrative, and that, everybody needs to be apologizing to Paul George. Because man only put up 21 points in an elimination game. Wasn't even the highest score on his own team. Shot 40%. So I get it, he's tired. He played a lot more minutes than anybody on the team. I get it. But isn't that what a superstar is supposed to do? A number one is supposed to do? LeBron does that. So I don't think we can give any credit to Paul George. But like I said, we'll talk about that game today. Break it down. We got playoffs on tonight. Hawks, Bucks, Game 5 back in Milwaukee. No Giannis, but we do have good news on that front. So we'll break that down as well. But we'll break down that game and do our moneymaker. And then we are looking once again at another Aaron Rodgers playoff performance. The 2015 wildcard game. We just watched the 2014 NFC Championship game against the Seahawks. Absolutely abysmal there by Aaron Rodgers, not taking advantage of any real turnovers and then floundering in the rest of the game like he classically always does. So we'll see what he's looking like in the wildcard game against Washington in 2015 and give him some credit for that game if he deserves it. We'll see. So we have all that today on the show, so let's just jump right into it. And, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, guess who showed up yesterday on social media, folks? Aaron Turtle Rodgers. Yeah, so we know their golf match, Aaron Rodgers in DeChambeau versus Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson. That's coming up next week, folks. I believe that's the 7th, the 6th. So starting next week, we get the golf tournament that, Aaron Rodgers is definitely looking forward to because he needs to beat Tom Brady in something, folks. This is, Aaron Rodgers has been waiting for this moment the entire year. Didn't go to those mandatory minicamps because he had to work on his golf game because he needs to beat Tom Brady here. So Aaron Turtle Rodgers, he shows up on social media talking about Tom's golf game, breaking down the film on Tom's golf game. So once again, we're in the right light of judging Aaron Rodgers' playoff performances. If you're going to go on social media and kind of, take subtle, playful, I get it, folks, playful jabs at Tom Brady's golf game, well, we're going to do the same with the actual sport you're supposed to be great at, that you're supposed to be playing, but you're not anymore. And we're going to go and take jabs at you, and that's why we are walking through his entire playoff history, because it's more underwhelming than overwhelming. I don't think we've been overwhelmed once by the man's playoff performances. Even the Super Bowl run, it was kind of 50-50 him and getting carried by everybody else. So he's kind of critiquing Tom Brady here on the golf course, kind of talking, Tom Brady, missing putts and all this. Not even close to the putt, he says, which it was pretty close, just a little wide left. Unfortunate, but yeah, this is what Aaron Rodgers has been doing, folks, for the last, how many months? 4 months getting ready for this golf game? Folks, this is Aaron Rodgers out here. not getting better on the football field, not trying to overcome what is eluding me of getting to the Super Bowl, what is eluding me of doing what Tom Brady has done and got to 10 of them and won 7 of them. What am I doing wrong? It's this right here. Not putting in the work, going on social media and having these golf tournaments that literally mean nothing. Who cares? Do we even care if Aaron Rodgers wins? Will anybody? It will be a one-day story. The day after the tournament, wow, Aaron Rodgers played great golf. And then the next day, why is Aaron Rodgers still not at the Packers organization getting ready for the season? So I don't know what he's trying to accomplish here. If he's trying to, put his face out here to be like, hey, Packers, I'm out here doing what I want, and I'm ignoring y'all. What do you got to say about that? And the Packers are probably like, okay, Aaron, yes, we see you. Is that supposed to make us change our mind? Or are we supposed to see you on the golf green and be like, oh my God, we got to get this man back? No. So classic Aaron Turtle Rodgers out here taking to social media, trying to, get into Tom Brady's head a little bit. And I can't wait for Tom Brady to absolutely smoke this man on the golf course. I need Tom, if you're listening, I need you to pull out all the stops here. I can't have Aaron Rodgers win this golf tournament. I need you to beat Aaron Rodgers in something else, another W that you have on your overall resume over Aaron Rodgers, so we can officially crown you the greatest of all time. So we'll see if all this studying, Aaron Rodgers breaking down the film on Tom Brady's golf game, we'll see if Aaron Rodgers takes advantage of all this kind of inside knowledge here to try to beat Tom Brady on the golf course. But even if he does, folks, it doesn't mean anything. It's meaningless. And that's what Aaron Rodgers needs. He needs meaningless accolades. Hey, I'm the host of Jeopardy! What does that do for my Hall of Fame GOAT argument resume? That do anything? Well, what about if I beat Tom Brady in golf? What about my resume now? Oh, still nothing? Oh, I have to actually beat him. I actually have to beat him in football? Oh. What if I become a boxer? That's becoming big now. What if I box somebody? What will that do for my resume? Still nothing. Tom Brady throwing 3 interceptions in the NFC Championship game will still overwhelm that, in that I didn't win. Oh. I guess it's back to the drawing board. Aaron, just beat him on the field. That's all you need to do. But you can't. Correct? Can you? Aaron, I'm talking to you. Can you beat Tom Brady on the football field? Because I don't think you can. You've never proven it. So that's what Aaron Rodgers has been doing these last 2-3 months out here, folks. Learning and trying to get better at golf. All right. You do that. You do that. Alrighty, let's keep moving on here. Talking about the Eagles now. Lane Johnson on the 2021 Eagles expectations. Quote, we're not expected to do much, so I feel like it's a lot easier to play when you have that card in your hand. So that's where we're at. And, that is kind of true here. Lane Johnson, the offensive tackle here for the Eagles. Yeah, I mean, when we're talking about the NFC East, it's just, the Eagles are kind of last there. We're putting kind of the Giants 1, the Washington football team 2, Cowboys 3, and really the Eagles at the bottom of the list. And it's nothing on their kind of, their team. They've got a decent team out here. Do I have it up? Right here. I mean, I do like Jalen Hurts. I am a believer that Jalen Hurts can get it done this year. Their running back, Miles Sanders, he was like the best thing for their offense, the only consistent weapon in their offense that really jump-started a lot of their games just on the ground game, ripping off big, like 70, 80-yard touchdown runs to really get, the offense back in the game. So I am a big fan of, the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, the running back, Miles Sanders, Devontae Smith, their first-round pick in the draft. We're big on him as well. We thought, he should have been the first wide receiver taken in the draft. We're big on Devontae Smith. Jalen Reagor going into year 3. Real solid. What did he do last year? What did Jalen Reagor do last year? Only 396 yards? Really? Interesting. But he was a rookie last year, so going into his second year, and, we still believe that he's got the goods to do that. At the tight end position, we got Dallas Goedert and Zach Ertz. We kind of are thinking Zach Ertz may not be there, but I'd still rock with Dallas Goedert as a solid, decent tier 2 tight end in this league. So they got some nice offensive pieces. Defensively, they still got Fletcher Cox and Brandon Graham. They got Darius Slay as a corner, not bad. So Rodney McLeod as one of their safeties. So they don't have a bad team overall. The only reason why we are putting this Eagles team kind of last in that division is because of the head coaching switch. I was a big fan of Doug Peterson. I truly think he got it done there with the Eagles. And we're going to talk about him in the next story here. But let's go into this article and truly see what Lane Johnson is trying to say here. I just can't get behind Nick Sirianni, folks. I mean, that's really the key here. We haven't really seen him be a head coach. I'm not sure how he's going to really truly play out here. Everything that we've been hearing from him, which isn't a lot in the offseason, hasn't been positive. He was the one that, told us that he made the draft prospects play rock, paper, scissors, shoot to see their competitive edge. Okay, that's one way to judge it, and I wouldn't do that. That would probably be my 500th way of determining competitive edge, but okay, whatever. So I'm not. That's where we're really kind of getting hung up here on the Eagles. But let's see what Lane Johnson is saying here. So Eagles tackle Lane Johnson believes his team is perfectly positioned as a sleeper that's ready to land a few punches. And exactly that. They are a sleeper. We don't expect them to make noise. There's no pressure on this team, folks. There's zero pressure. You have a new head coach. You don't have really kind of superstars all over the field. And then you got Jalen Hurts, who is going into year 2, but only played, 7 games? Was it 7 games last season coming in? That whole Carson Wentz dilemma still during the last season. So he's really kind of going into his first full season. So we are eligible to give this man a little bit of a free pass of a down year. Obviously, we don't want to. When I say, we hand out free passes, folks, we're just saying that is on the table. There's obviously, Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Big Ben. They don't get any free passes because they've already established themselves in the league time and time again. We give Philip Rivers a free pass just because he's trash and he's never made it to the Super Bowl. But when we talk about free passes, we're just talking about, if you have a bad year with all the circumstances given early in your career, we can kind of, all right, this is a free pass, but you have to step it up next year. That's kind of what we're saying when we say, we're giving out free passes. But yeah, we can potentially give Jalen Hurts a free pass if he doesn't have that great of a year. A new head coach. I mean, you're having kind of, new coaches every single year, all of that stuff. So we obviously don't want to. I mean, nobody's going to take a free pass, will they? So let's see. Here we go. Lane Johnson, quote, yeah, I think with what we have, it's easy to find motivation. 4-11-1 or 4-12, whatever we were last year is not acceptable. So, we're going to come out swinging. Expectations are low. We're not expected to do much. So I feel like it's a lot easier to play when you have that card in your hand. So that's where we're at. And really, I think that's for a lot of the teams in the NFC East. So here we come. No. The Giants, there's pressure on this Giants team. We need to see Daniel Jones take the step year 3. There's no free pass for Daniel Jones, folks. We just saw Josh Allen take that year 2 to year 3 step. This is Daniel Jones's year. We've been seeing Daniel Jones get better every single season, but it's really kind of, all right, now we're talking year 3. There's no free passes there, especially with all those weapons. No, I'm not giving him any free passes, folks. Daniel Jones does not get a free pass this year at all. It is sink or swim, and you better be swimming because we're going to be betting on you a lot this season. And you got an A1 tier 1 running back behind you. Hopefully he can stay healthy. That's another reason why we kind of gave Daniel Jones a little bit of a free pass last season, was because his A1 tier 1 running back got injured real early on. So if you don't have a running game, they're just going to focus on the passing game. All right, yes, we dare you. The defenses are like, we dare you to beat us with the running game. Please do that. We'll shut down. We'll play, man coverage. We'll have 2 safeties over the middle. You're not going anywhere on us passing the ball. So please try to run with your second string running back. And it just couldn't get it done because they're not as good. Who is it? Mike Davis? He wasn't as good as Saquon Barkley. So, or who was their running back last year? Mike Davis was with the Panthers. Whoever it was, not as good as Saquon Barkley, obviously. They were trying to give Devontae Smith, right? Devontae Smith another option, another year, another chance in the league. Pretty sure that's who it was. But either way, there's no free passes there for the Giants. It is sink or swim. So there is pressure on the Giants. There's pressure on the Cowboys. You got Dak back. That was your only excuse. You just hired Dan Quinn as your defensive coordinator, who you think's going to get it done. So in Mike McCarthy, kind of real lousy coaching year one, and he's a Super Bowl head coach. There is expectations there. It's the Cowboys. They're, America's team. They're the biggest market in the NFL. There's always pressure on the Cowboys, especially finishing third in the division last year. So yes, the Giants have immense pressure. The Cowboys have immense pressure. And then Washington, they just have natural pressure because they were the division leaders, the division winners last season. So, you got Ron Rivera going into year two with that great defense. The quarterback situation is not the greatest. Taylor Heineke or Ryan Fitzpatrick, okay. I mean, these aren't, that's like the worst quarterback in the division, but they were still division winners. So that's still pressure on them. So Lane Johnson, you're the only team that has really no expectations or no pressure on you this year. So don't try to group the entire division with what your team is doing this year. You don't have any pressure. Everybody else does. So you better be ready to face them, because they're going to be ready to smack you guys in the mouth, because they kind of have to do it this year. So I don't agree with Lane Johnson that I think that's for a lot of teams in the NFC East. No, it's only you. Y'all are the only team that has no expectations, because y'all are kind of trash, unfortunately. So what else do we get here? All right, Hurts showed flashes of potential in his athletic ability, leading the Eagles to an upset win over the Saints late in the season, and at least helping Philadelphia compete down the stretch of an otherwise lost season. It was enough to provide the young signal caller with a shot of self-assuredness, and it appears he's carried it into 2021. Quote. Lane Johnson again on Jalen Hurts. Quote. He's got that confidence to him. The way he carries himself like a veteran, and things he can do on the field. He can scramble outside the pocket. And when that happens, man, it makes it a little bit easier for the offensive line whenever you have a mobile quarterback back there. The pass rushers approach the pass rush a little bit differently. So instead of maybe running the hoop, they're told not to break contain, because if they do, he can scramble for 10 or 15 and get a quick first down. But really, he's taking command in OTA. So that's great to hear. We're loving that. Jalen Hurts taking control. Once again, another nugget of information we can use to really truly buy this man going into this season. And, once again, just kind of, taking the pressure off the offensive line, that dual threat quarterback. Absolutely. That's the name of the game now, folks. If you don't have a dual threat quarterback just even a little bit, you're probably not going to do too well overall in this league. Tom Brady's the only exception to the rule, folks. Literally everything we say, Tom Brady will always be the exception to the rule. So don't come to me and be like, well, Tom Brady's not a dual threat quarterback and he just won the Super Bowl. What about that? He's the exception, folks. He's literally ruining every single narrative that anybody puts out there. He's the exception to the rule in every single rule that you want to write. But, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Ryan Tannehill getting to the AFC Championship games, folks. I mean, this is not, this is the way that the league is heading. That's why the Bucs won the Super Bowl, because you need the pass rush to make them kind of make those throws out of the pocket every single time, making Patrick Mahomes run for their lives. So there is kind of a little bit of a cheat code in, stopping the dual threat quarterbacks, but having that dual threat quarterback will get you very far in this league, at least. So that's great to hear by Jalen Hurts. Continue here with the quote. Goodness, I don't want to even hear this, but here we go. Back to the quote here by Lane Johnson. Quote, we have Joe Flacco there as our backup, who's tremendous too. Tremendous? Joe Flacco tremendous? I don't know about that. Lane Johnson, you're kind of like, you got two strikes so far, saying that, everybody in the NFC East has no pressure on them, and Joe Flacco being tremendous. One more strike and we're going to cut the article short, folks. But let's keep going here. We have Joe Flacco there as our backup, who's tremendous too, who's pushing him. So really, he's put his foot on the gas pedal, and everybody's not satisfied with what we did last year. It's left a bitter taste in our mouth, so we have a lot to prove. We know where we're at, and everybody's chomping at the bit to get back. And once again, that's great as well. Returning a lot of players from last season. Hey, we fucking kind of sucked last year, folks. I mean, we got rid of our quarterback, Carson Wentz. We got rid of our head coach, Doug Peterson. So, if we still suck, it's going to be the players on the field, and we're all going to be kind of looking at each other. So let's all collectively get better here. Let's kind of all have that kind of energy to get back to a good winning season, and let's go take this division kind of by surprise because everybody's counting us out. So we can kind of buy into this Eagles team a little bit more. They know they were trashed last year. They believe they have the pieces to kind of get back on track this season. And we'll see if they go out and kind of, chomp at the bit like they have been saying. So we'll see what the Eagles can do this year. But, I still kind of put them at last in the NFC East. So we'll see what they kind of do early on in the season and see if we have to retool our thinking and see if they can kind of, overplay, over-accomplish a little bit this season, and not finish last in the division. We'll see. Alrighty, now kind of sticking with the Eagles here. I didn't like the move to move off of Doug Peterson, but the Eagles did that. He was kind of in a weird scenario. They had Carson Wentz, and it kind of seemed like everybody in the Philadelphia locker room wanted to move off of him. Maybe Doug Peterson dug his heels in a little bit and then ended up benching Carson Wentz. It was a real kind of weird situation in Philadelphia last season. And they ended up firing Doug Peterson. Just kind of, he was put between a rock and a hard place, truly. Hey, we got this guy that we just drafted, Jalen Hurts. We're not winning. The team truly kind of wants to move off of Carson Wentz. If I make the move, I'm the villain. If I don't, I'm ruining the team. He was just kind of put as the scapegoat, I would say, of why the Eagles were bad last year. It's unfortunate, but I kind of think, he was set up for failure last year. But former Eagles coach Doug Peterson hoping for another chance in the NFL, quote, "I want to learn from the last 5 years moving forward in my next opportunity." So I was a little disappointed that Doug Peterson didn't get that kind of starting or that kind of head coach role this season. We did have a couple of openings as new head coaches this year. We had the Falcons. That was a new kind of head coaching vacancy that had to be filled this year because they got rid of Dan Quinn. And I think that would have been good. Doug Peterson back with a good, capable, strong-arm quarterback in Matt Ryan with a lot of kind of pieces all around him. I would have loved to see Doug Peterson in Atlanta. The Lions, I'm glad he didn't take that job. That just would have kind of ruined his coaching career. So I'm glad he stayed away from that. Who else did we have as a head coach vacancy? The Houston Texans. Once again, a little bit of a bad franchise. It's got a great quarterback, but that's really the only good thing about Houston. So I'm kind of glad he didn't take that job either. The Jets head coaching spot, that's a tough one. It's a true rebuild. He would have kind of had to be responsible for the entire kind of rebuild of the organization. Can Doug Peterson do that? I don't know, folks. I don't know if I would trust Doug Peterson to truly kind of come in, get everything right, whatever he wants, and then start building from there. And kind of Doug Peterson, I don't know if he wants to kind of do that. I don't know if he can kind of take a couple of years to 2 years to really get right, because I think the media will just kind of write him off after that 1 year. Oh, 1 year with the Jets and he's still losing. Like that kind of narrative. I think that would have been floated around a little bit. So I think, he kind of wants an already established team to try and kind of fix his media narrative a little bit. Who else did we have as head coaching vacancies? The Chargers. I think that would have been a great spot for Doug Peterson to go and play with Justin Herbert. I mean, already established. Now we're starting to hit the ground running. I think he could have done great wonders with Justin Herbert there. I would have loved to see him go with the Chargers, and that were kind of the only vacancies there. So the Chargers or the Falcons, I think, would have been pretty solid coaching jobs for the man, but he ended up not getting any job. He's coachless. He's not coaching this year. Not going to take the route that I always blank on this man's name. It's very frustrating. The ex-Dallas Cowboys head coach, now Giants offensive coordinator, Jason Garrett. He's not going to take that kind of route as Jason Garrett. Oh, Jason Garrett gets fired from the Cowboys. Oh, I can't get a head coaching job. I guess I'll go back down to offensive coordinator and work my way up again. Doug Peterson's like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to take the year off. I'm going to come back. And then I'm going to go get a head coaching job probably this season, whichever one opens up. Kind of like what Mike McCarthy did. Hey, I got fired from the Packers. I'm going to take a couple of years off there. It's truly a couple of years off there. And then come right back, not having to kind of take that intermediate step of being an offensive coordinator, trying to prove myself again to get that head coaching job. So either the Falcons or the Chargers, truly would have believed the Chargers would have been a great pickup for the man. Unfortunately, he didn't get the job. But I do kind of want to go to the Eagles record real quick before we dive into the article of what Doug Peterson is saying. And what did Doug Peterson do for his kind of, tenure with that Eagles team? So let's talk about it. So he starts in 2016, goes 7-9, misses the playoffs, unfortunately. But then the very next season, 13-3, wins the Super Bowl. Carson Wentz goes down. He has to get Nick Foles ready and rocking. They have the Philly special. It's a magnificent year. They get it done. They win the Super Bowl. Then the very next year, he still goes 9-7. Carson Wentz goes down again. They lose the division, folks. They lose the divisional playoffs. They win the wild card. Another playoff win for Doug Peterson. Then they go 9-7 again. What happens? Carson Wentz stays healthy. He goes down in the wild card game, and they can't win the game. That's not his fault. And then just last season, everything truly just collapses underneath him, and he goes 4-11. Once again, Carson Wentz not playing great at all. So Doug Peterson, I think he kind of got, the short end of the stick there in Philadelphia. I believe in this man, truly, folks. I think he's a great coach. He's proven it. 9-7, 13-3, winning the Super Bowl. What head coach wins a Super Bowl and then you fire him 3 years later? I don't think that's ever happened while maintaining basically a winning record. You just had one bad season because Carson Wentz went ultra kind of slump mode. He didn't get injured, but I think the team would have rather him be injured than just playing like absolute garbage out there. So, and once again, it was kind of, Carson Wentz's time was up here in Philadelphia. The fans were kind of already shoving him out the door. He kind of lost the locker room because he was not dependable. And then Doug Peterson, like we said, was stuck between the rock and the hard place of, do I stick with this guy? Do y'all want me to stick with this guy? Or we just drafted this man. Do we start him? Like, what do y'all want me to do? I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. If I start the rookie and he's trash, y'all are trashing me. You're gonna sit Carson Wentz after he's kind of been a proven winner in this league. Or if I stick with Carson Wentz and he keeps throwing these interceptions, he kind of threw the league high 15 interceptions this season and didn't even play every single game. How truly unfortunate is that? But if I stick with him and he's still floundering, then I'm damned if I do, folks. Truly. So I truly think he just got the short end of the stick, but, he's going to take the year off. It's unfortunate. You go with Nick Sirianni over Doug Peterson. What has Nick Sirianni done in his career? Let's look at his coaching credentials. He was with the Kansas City Chiefs for 2009 through 2012, all over the place. Offensive quality control, assistant quarterbacks coach, offensive quality control, and wide receivers coach. So all over the offense there through 2012 with the Chiefs. Then he goes to the Chargers from 2013 to 2017. Offensive quality control, quarterbacks coach, wide receivers coach. So once again, all over the kind of place there. And then he goes with the Indianapolis Colts from 2018 to 2020, offensive coordinator there, and now he's back head coach, or now he's finally getting a head coaching role with the Eagles because he was the offensive coordinator for the Colts. They had a stacked team offensively. Okay, y'all, you give it to him. All right, so that's who they got rid of, proven winner, Super Bowl champion head coach Doug Peterson for. Not buying it. So let's go into this article and see what Doug Peterson is saying here. What is his plan? Because I got to see this man back in the league ASAP, folks. So here we go. Peterson's time with the Eagles came to an end in January following a couple of meetings with owner Jeff Lurie, during which the two realized they'd be better off parting ways. The coach departed Philadelphia with the Super Bowl ring on his finger. Yes, sir, you can never take that away from him. Philly special, that's already engraved in history, folks. It's done. So the coach departed Philadelphia with a Super Bowl ring on his finger and a year's worth of frustration and disappointment still attached to his waist. All right. If you didn't have to weigh him down like that, damn. Talk about those 9-7 seasons when your star quarterback goes down every year. Talk about that. All right, the unhappy ending hasn't discouraged him, though. On Monday, the coach said he's ready to get back on a sideline when he's given an opportunity. Love that. Quote here by Doug Peterson: "The competitor inside wants to compete." Ooh, I love that competitive edge of Doug Peterson. Yes, sir, we got it. Hopefully, I get an opportunity to lead another football team and do the same things again and learn from the past 5 years. What a great teaching moment for me. I always talk about how we learn from failures and different things like that. I don't want to say that this was a failure, but at the same time, I want to learn from the last 5 years moving forward in my next opportunity. Perfect. Great. I'm not going to call it a failure because I was still winning games and being productive. And at the end of the day, in my 5 seasons, I won a ring. How many head coaches can say that? How many head coaches can say that, folks? Fantastic. Sean Payton's got 1 ring. He's been there for 20 years. So he's learning from everything that happened in Philadelphia. He's eager. His competitive spirit is still there, and I believe he's going to get another shot, folks. We'll see. Let's quickly go through which teams can we potentially see being dumpster fires that will result into a coach opening. So Seahawks, no. Rams, no. Cardinals, I'm not buying that. And 49ers, maybe it's done with Kyle Shanahan. He's reached his kind of, ceiling in coaching. Getting to the Super Bowl and blowing the lead. That's his ceiling right there. So maybe the 49ers. I wouldn't put a lot of money on that. The Saints, probably not. The Bucks, no. The Panthers, they still got Matt Rule for a little bit. Falcons, they just hired the new one. Washington, Ron Rivera's going to be there. The Giants, we'll see. They got, that head coach. I'm blanking on his name as well. Let me get his name up because it doesn't come to me very easy when I bring up the Giants. It was kind of a weird outside hire or kind of out of the realm hire. It was the Patriots, special teams coordinator, Joe Judge. So we'll see. But I think they still have, Jason Garrett. I think they would kind of pull up before they kind of go for an outside hire just if something happens to Joe Judge. The Cowboys, they're pretty set on Mike McCarthy, and then the Eagles, that's where he came from. The Packers, I believe in Matt LaFleur. The Bears, hey, if the Bears have a bad year, Matt Nagy's out, folks. He is truly out. And Doug Peterson with Justin Fields, yes, give me that. I would take that. The Vikings, Mike Zimmer could be in and out. We're not really sure what's going on with him, and then the same thing with Kirk Cousins. But I don't want to see Doug Peterson with Kirk Cousins, so it would be kind of a true rebuild there with Minnesota. The Lions, they just got their new guy, Dan Campbell. The Titans, I believe in Mike Vrabel. I think he's there for the long haul. The Colts, Frank Reich, once again, kind of seems like he's there for the long haul, reunited with Carson Wentz. The Texans, they just got their new guy. Jacksonville Jaguars, they just got their new guy. The Bills, Sean McDermott's there for the long haul, folks. Brian Flores with the Dolphins, he's there for the long haul. Bill Belichick with the Patriots, well, unless he's going to retire, he's going to be a New England Patriots head coach for the end of time. So the Jets, they just got their new guy. Their Steelers, potential. Big Ben's exiting. If they kind of truly flounder this year, maybe you move Mike Tomlin out. He does kind of seem like he's going to be there for the rest of his career at least. But, yeah, you never know. Maybe, the owner is like, alrighty, Big Ben's gone. We're just going to kind of rebuild, clean house, and unfortunately, Mike Tomlin, you're out. So potential, I wouldn't put too much money on that. The Ravens, Harbaugh's there for the long haul forever. Kevin Stefanski with the Browns, he's entering year 2. The Bengals, once again, head coach entering year 2. The Chiefs, Andy Reid's there as long as Patrick Mahomes is there, and Patrick Mahomes is there for 10 years, folks. So the Raiders, John Gruden, he's on a 10-year deal. But if you keep floundering, I think you gotta cut it. You gotta cut ties. But him and who is it? Mark Davis. That's the owner with the bowl cut. Not like one of the most unstylish haircuts you will ever see on anybody. But potential there for the Raiders. But once again, low potential. The Chargers, they just got their new guy. The Broncos head coach. Who are we talking about there? It's right on the tip of my tongue. But once again, he's kind of there a little bit, I would say, for the long haul. And once again, they kind of have this kind of free pass season as well a little bit. Hey, we had Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock. They competed for the starting job. None of them were looking that great. And they flounder 5 wins. That's not really on us. And then you would give the head coach one more year to kind of get the guy, Vic Fangio. Not really too many potential landing spots for kind of coach firing. So it's going to be tough for Doug Peterson to get back in the league next year, folks. I'd probably say the Vikings and the Bears are his best shot to get back in the coaching spotlight, but they both need a flounder for those coaches to get fired. So I want to see Doug Peterson back in the league, folks. He's a winner. He's a proven winner in this league. So I can't knock that. I get behind that 24/7. So that's what Doug Peterson is saying. We got nothing left in this article, right? I think it was kind of that short quip. All right, we got one more here. Let's finish it out here. So, after all, once you gain an understanding of how to hold a Lombardi, it's tough to let it go. Quote, I'll be defined in Philadelphia for my many wins and losses. Well, many wins, I would say. Not that, like we said, it was one bad season. 97 making the wild card, winning those wild card games. Not bad, folks. That's still getting to the playoffs. I'll take that. Get me to the playoffs on the regular, and I'll get behind you all day. And I'll extend you. I'll sign you. Hey, we're getting it done. We're winning those first playoff games. It's not like that Bengals team with Andy Dalton and who was that head coach? Marvin Harris? Something. I'm blanking on that. I apologize, folks. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Andy Dalton and Marvin Jones. That's not sounding right. It's Marvin something. Pretty sure it's Marvin. Let me bring that up because that's going to frustrate me. Bengals head coach by year. Let's get that up. And shout out to freaking this website, man. Pro Football Reference. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Marvin Lewis. That's who I'm talking about. Marvin Lewis, I mean, trash every year, but getting to the playoffs and then losing the wild card every year. That's not Doug Peterson. He's winning those first playoff games. You got to love it. All right, back to his last quote here. Quote, I'll be defined by Philadelphia for my wins and losses. Obviously, the championship is huge, but for me, I feel like if I get another opportunity, I want to do it again. I went to 2 Super Bowls as a player in Green Bay, and then obviously now being a coach in Philadelphia. And so 3 Super Bowls, and when it gets in your system like that, it's just hard to turn that off. And once again, that drive to win however necessary. My quarterback goes down, all right, back up here. We're winning. We're still winning. I will coach around you to win. Love it, folks. So 42-37-1 record overall, a 4-2 record in the playoffs, 3 postseason appearances, and a Super Bowl victory, folks. Can you deny that? Can you deny that when your quarterback is always hurt? Come on, folks. We know the quarterback's the most important position. Give this man another chance. I'm looking forward to it. Unfortunately, it's not this year. Alrighty, so we've talked about the current state of the Eagles. We've talked about the last head coach, Doug Peterson, and now we have to talk about the previous quarterback as well. So let's talk about Carson Wentz here, now in Indianapolis. And once again, I mean, folks, we're buying into everybody on this Eagles kind of last 2 years. We're believing in Doug Peterson. We're believing in Jalen Hurts. We're believing in Carson Wentz big. Unfortunately, they all break up. Damn it. But here we go. Carson Wentz, quote, I really feel like I have a new passion for the game in Indianapolis. And, folks, this is why we are big on Carson Wentz to go and win the ring this year, folks. It's right here. We know he's a good passer. We know he's a solid passer in this league. The injuries, we are kind of betting that it's all behind him. Let me knock on wood on that. But this is the main reason. If you point out all the reasons why Carson Wentz is good and all the reasons why Carson Wentz is bad, this is the only reason I am betting 100% that he flourishes here with the Colts. It's his passion for the game. We saw that decline through the years. We saw him get replaced, and then his backup wins a Super Bowl. Folks, that's just demoralizing in itself. It's like, damn, I kind of got y'all there, and then you didn't really need me? Damn, you guys keep telling me I'm the guy, but the statue out front says different. Damn, y'all are already kind of talking, hey, if I go down again, this is the plan. Y'all are kind of betting on me going down again. My wide receivers, they don't even talk to me anymore. They're all talking to the backup, ready for me to go down. I'm getting kind of no respect here. Everyone's ranting and raving about Nick Foles. Like, yeah, I know this is a team sport and I'm happy for him, but that was kind of mine. Damn. Okay. Well, let's get it going. And that it's hard to kind of overcome that mentally. They're already throwing you to the curb, folks. They're already like, well, we know you can't stay healthy, so this is the contingency plan. This is the backup plan. And that's getting in his head. Like I said, he also lost the locker room, folks. Nobody was ever buying. You did not hear one Eagles player defend Carson Wentz throughout the last 3 years, folks. You heard nobody in that locker room say one positive thing about Carson Wentz. Everything was negative that was coming out of the locker room from the star players, from his kind of other teammates about Carson Wentz. It's unfortunate, but this is why we believe he's going to get it done this year. A new fresh start. Everyone's excited to have him, reunited with a head coach that believes in him, and a team ready to win now. They just need the quarterback to do so. They're going to all buy in. Hey, we're contenders already. We just need you to be that game manager, and that's exactly what you do the best, baby. So let's get it done. Here we go. Let's go in the article and get these Colts here and start kind of getting right back bigger on this Colts team. Folks, we already have them pegged as our Super Bowl champions, folks. We already have them pegged as that. They can only go down from here, and I don't see that happening. But let's see if we can get even bigger. Do we go 2-time undefeated back-to-back year Super Bowl champions? Potentially. I'll go that hard. I'll go that high, folks. I don't care. But let's see what Carson Wentz is saying. All right, here we go. Let's start at the top. Here we go. Carson Wentz gets to start anew in 2021 with the Indianapolis Colts following an offseason trade that got him out of the tumult that has become Philadelphia. What does tumult means? Let's see what this means. Tumult, a loud, confused noise, especially one caused by a large mass of people. Confusion or disorder. Okay. Tumult. Confusion. That got him out of the confusion that had become Philadelphia. Okay, I guess it works. Following off-season workouts, the 28-year-old quarterback, he's only 28, folks, come on, give the man some credit. 28-year-old quarterback is feeling the vibe in Indy. During a visit to Fargo, North Dakota for his foundation, Wentz had a lengthy discussion with Beth Hool of Valley News Live, in which he said he feels rejuvenated by the team change. Quote, I really feel like I have a new passion for the game. I have been high, I've been injured, I've been now benched, I've been traded. I've kind of seen a lot in 5 years. That is true. That's kind of the Josh Rosen treatment, truly. Obviously not as bad. But I've kind of seen a lot in 5 years, so whatever the game throws at me, I'm ready. And once again, hey, I've been through the ringer, folks. Like we just talked about Giannis. I've missed free throws. I've missed back-to-back free throws in Game 7. I'm missing wide-open threes. I'm airballing. But that ain't going to stop me. That ain't going to stop me. Only injuries are going to stop me, unfortunately, and that's kind of the parallel between these two. Not the greatest. Probably not the greatest comparison here. So he says he's ready. Here we go. With the staunch Philly supporters turning on him, and once again, that was it, folks. Everybody turning his back on him. He didn't want to play there anymore. He was just letting it loose last year. That's what we kind of chalk up all those turnovers to. Hey, y'all don't even want me here. I know I'm on the way out. Fuck y'all. I'm just slinging it. Hey, we lose. I don't give a fuck. I'm not here next year. Goodbye. I'll throw 15 picks. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Y'all say fuck me. Fuck y'all. Pick. Unfortunate. I'm not here next year. Y'all live with the consequences. Y'all go live with these consequences because I'm out next year. And I know damn well somebody's going to pick me up and I'm going to try and get another chance in the league. But fuck y'all. I'm out. So, with the staunch Philly supporters turning on him, Wentz forced his way out. He landed in Indy, where former offensive coordinator Frank Reich leads the Colts. Quote, I'm excited for it. Just being in the organization and being in the facility, it's definitely a special place. It's really got a family vibe and a family element. Just to know there are some guys before me who had done incredible jobs and really are legends in the city is exciting. So once again, that atmosphere, it's all love, it's all embracing. Philadelphia, they're ready to kind of cut your neck if you have one bad play. They're ready to get on you. The fans, the coaching staff, the players. They don't mess around in Philly, folks. It's hard to win there. It's unfortunate. And Carson Wentz just unfortunately was not cut out for it there. But here in Indy, family vibe, hey, we're going to get it done. Hey, we're going to fucking win, man. We got it here. We got it. And you're the missing piece. So let's go out and get it, and let's build this legacy. The team of Peyton Manning that set this freaking town on fire, baby. Let's get back to that regime right there, and let's go start another dynasty here, and you're the guy that's going to lead us to it. So Carson Wentz is loving it in Indy, folks. Don't let last season's 15 interceptions cloud your judgment on this man. It was nothing to do with football. It was all kind of the inside noise, not even the outside noise of the media. It was the inside noise coming from his own teammates, folks. That's what caused the 15 picks last year. He's a great quarterback other than that, and we're going to see that kind of shine bright and shine through this year with the Colts as they go undefeated 17-0, the first 17-0 team in NFL history because of the extra game, and then they go and win the Super Bowl 20-0 division, first round bye, division, championship, finals, Super Bowl, 3 games, 20-0. Alrighty, let's keep moving on here. Finally, not talking about the Eagles. All right, jeez, enough of the Eagles. Every part of the Eagles, fuck them. But here we go. Justin Simmons, quote, Broncos really close to getting back to the playoffs. I would say so, folks. I mean, they got some nice players all over the field. We do like their kind of quarterback. We are a believer in Teddy Bridgewater. Melvin Gordon is okay. We liked Phillip Lindsay a little bit better, but Melvin Gordon is still kind of serviceable as a decent running back in this league. They got great wide receivers, Cortland Sutton, Jerry Jeudy. They got the tight end Noah Fant. So offensively, they are very solid. They just kind of need that quarterback to step up. Like we said, there's no free pass for Teddy Bridgewater. We're not giving him a free pass. It's sink or swim. I know you're in a new team, but we've got to see you get better than 5 wins last season. That's not going to get it done. We got to see this Broncos team truly be competitive, because if not, they're going to look for the replacement next year. They're not giving Teddy Bridgewater 2 years. We've had enough of that. It's 1 year, prove it, or you're gone, and you'll have to prove it 1 year. Wherever Teddy Bridgewater goes, you got 1 year, man. That's it. That is it. And we like Teddy Bridgewater. We thought he should have still have been the quarterback in Carolina, but really now it's 1 year and done for the man, and that's why he has to step up year 1. So, we're going to get into the article and the quote in a second, but that's really kind of why this Broncos team, why he says, in our opinion, is really close. Can they get the quarterback right here? Their defense, they got Bradley Chubb, Von Miller, obviously, Kyle Fuller, Ronald Darby, Kareem Jackson, Justin Simmons. I mean, folks, they've got some nice backfield, folks. Corners, safeties, linebackers, pass rushers. They've got it all there. So they are a very complete team here. They just need to put it together. So let's see what Justin Simmons is saying here and why they are very close of getting back to the playoffs. So, after finishing 4th in the AFC West last season, Simmons told NFL Network's Good Morning Football on Thursday he believes the Broncos are in a position to contend in 2021. Quote, I feel like we're really close. We're finally having a year where having coordinators come back and guys are familiar with the schemes in the system, both on offense and defense and on special teams. I feel like we're really close. I feel like this could be the year, and I'm really excited for that. I've been itching for it ever since I came into the league. 9-7 is the closest I've been, and I'm really looking forward to this season. So, what he said here, folks, read between the lines. Hey, we've got, offensive coordinators coming back, offensive players coming back, defensive coordinators coming back. We're kind of gotten this, all right, let's build off of year 1. We're all kind of back. But what's the difference, folks? Potentially Teddy Bridgewater. So Teddy Bridgewater is going to be the make or break here. We need him to be the game manager, just to kind of learn and get better as the season progresses. Don't try to do too much. These guys have been here. They know what's going to work. Just follow them and they will lead you. I think Drew Lock is done, folks. We watched him play for 2 years. It just gets worse and worse game by game, year by year. I think he's done. But having Teddy Bridgewater just kind of be this kind of, I don't want to say outcast because that kind of puts a negative kind of connotation on the word, but he is kind of the outcast here. He's the outsider. That's what I want to say. Outsider here. So if Teddy Bridgewater can kind of, just be that game manager and let everybody else work it, get it done, kind of just get the ball to your playmakers, follow the system, this Broncos team can potentially have a really good season. So what else do we get here in this article? Anything else? That was the only quote. We get one more. Here we go. Simmons knows it will be on Denver's D to compete in the division. To get to the postseason, the Broncos have to go better than the 1-5 division record they compiled last season. And when we look at their division, obviously, we know they have the Chiefs, which right there, you need your pass rushers to shut down. You got the Chargers, Justin Herbert picking you apart, and then the Raiders. Big question mark there. So this division is going to be a little tough for this Broncos team. Not majorly tough. It's still doable. I mean, 6 games between Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers. There's no reason why you can't at least go 3-3, right? Potentially. Can they go 4-2, beat the Chiefs just once, try to beat the Raiders twice, maybe the Chargers once, but 3-3 is really what we're looking at here to try and just be that benchmark. I mean, even the Chiefs went 4-2 in the division last year, folks. That's good. That's good. Just try to be the 3-3. So there's no reason why you cannot split your season series between the Chiefs, Raiders, and Chargers. All right, quote here. In our division, we got teams like the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers. Those are some high-powered offenses. That is truly that. So we're going to need a defense that's ready to go week in and week out because we play the best in our division. In terms of teams' defensive goals, we want to be number 1. We have that talent across the board. They truly do. Those corners and safeties, folks. And then Von Miller rushing the passer, give me that. That's a very solid defense in this league. We have the talent across the board to be able to get after the quarterback, get some turnovers. That's an area that we struggled in the past couple of years. So we're just really looking forward to competing out there and going against some of the best offenses in the league. Like I said, from a defensive standpoint, we feel like we can be number 1, and that's our goal. We need Von Miller to stay healthy. We need the offense to kind of cash in on those turnovers, once again, giving the team momentum. That's exactly what happened to the Bears like last season and 2 years ago, folks. That Bears defense was real kind of great. Khalil Mack wrecking havoc, but Mitch Trubisky not taking advantage of the shorter fields and the turnovers. That gasses your defense, folks. They're like, well, why are we even going to go out there and try to have, great field position and get these turnovers if our offense isn't going to put up any points because of it? It gets tiresome as this season progresses, and the defense truly gave up on that Bears team in the last kind of 4 weeks, both years. So you need the offense to take advantage of what the defense is doing, or the defense is just going to kind of shut down at the end of the year. So that's why we need Teddy Bridgewater just to kind of be the game manager. He doesn't need to go out and be a Tom Brady or an Aaron Rodgers that can just win the game on their own. No. Just be a Ryan Tannehill out there. Be a Baker Mayfield. Let everybody else take care of it. Just obviously, score 3 on those turnovers. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers quickly and accurately, and they're going to have a good season. So we'll see who wins the quarterback battle. I can't buy Drew Lock anymore. He tries not to be a game manager. That's Drew Lock's problem. He's looking for the 50-yard bomb every single play. That's not how it works, folks. It never works like that. Take and stay the course, folks. It's a long game. Take the opportunities when you have them. Try to march down the field. You don't need the home run ball every single possession, folks. So I think Drew Lock is done, and we'll see if Teddy Bridgewater can win the starting job here. Alrighty, let's talk about this. Here we go. Chargers now. Chargers, and once again, in that same division, the AFC West. Here we go. Chargers cornerback Chris Harris on Derwin James's return. Quote, it's going to be an issue because now you have me and him that are positionless players. And this is a huge thing I am a big fan of. Kind of positionless players on defense, folks. Have, roaming safeties. We rave about 3 defensive players all the time on the show, folks. Minkah Fitzpatrick, Jamal Adams, and Tyrann Mathieu. Probably my favorite defenders potentially of all time. We'll see how the rest of their career plays out. But just great defenders because they're safeties, but they are all over the field, folks. Jamal Adams was like 5th in sacks last year, folks, at the safety position. Tyrann Mathieu is a ball hawk. Minkah Fitzpatrick with the Steelers is a full-on ball hawk. They know how to be on the field. They can play anywhere on the field. They can kind of trick you into throwing what seems like good open passes, but they know they can take it away quickly. They know how to scheme well on the field, and that's why we are big on those three defense players, because they are kind of positionless. Yes, they're safeties, but on any single play, they can be all over the field. It doesn't matter, and I absolutely love that. So if the Chargers have that as well, with kind of two players, Chris Harris and Derwin James, we'll see what we get out here defensively with the Chargers. So let's see what this man is saying here. So corner Chris Harris Jr., who didn't get to play with James in his first season in LA, told SiriusXM NFL Radio that he's giddy at the prospect of playing alongside the dynamic safety. Quote, to bring back Derwin, it's going to be an issue because now you have me and him that are positionless players that you never know where we're going to line up. I can line up in his position. He can line up in my position. So you never know what we're going to do. And yes, disguising that offensive scheme. Oh, hang on. Is he going to play the corner? Is he going to play the corner? Is he going to drop out? Is he going to press? Oh, he's dropping back in coverage. Oh, that must mean, he's kind of, just kind of playing his zone. But he kind of breaks off because the other positionless player, Derwin James, he comes down and picks up his man, and this guy kind of just goes across the middle of the field. So just reading those routes and reading those route trees and offensive schemes, players can kind of, mentally trick the offense into making them see something open, but they know defensively that they can take it away just like that. So I think we can get big on this Chargers team. Derwin James, Chris Harris. Let's see what they do out there defensively, because if it's anything like what Minkah Fitzpatrick, Tyrann Mathieu, or Jamal Adams are doing for the Seahawks, Chiefs, and Steelers, this is going to be a great defense. So the Chargers, they got the offense. We believe in Justin Herbert and all of his weapons. And if this defense is, something like what those teams that we just named, this could be something special here, and not great for the Broncos because Teddy Bridgewater against these players, we'll see. I think Teddy Bridgewater may get tricked a lot, but we'll see. But I think we can buy this Chargers team just a little bit more now, and if Derwin James can just be one of those great safeties like we mentioned, folks, this could be a dangerous defense for the Chargers. So I'm all about it. We'll see how it works out. If he can kind of, ingrain himself as one of these great corners, or one of these great safeties, I'm all about it. So we'll see what the Chargers do defensively this season. Alrighty, let's go into this big breaking news. Great, love it. Here we go. Breaking: every NCAA athlete in the country will be able to make money from endorsements and through a variety of ventures starting today, folks. Thank goodness it is about mother-loving time, folks. Get that money. Yes, sir. Alrighty, let's kind of pick apart these narratives, folks. Oh my goodness, whenever you break up college athletes getting paid, it's like they don't deserve it. They're getting first of all, they're getting the scholarship. They're getting free college. Now you need more money? Folks. First of all, yes, getting college paid for is great. Obviously, it's a lot of money, and I understand it, but don't act like, oh my God, the colleges are losing money on these deals. Oh my God, how can they? The college is so generous of giving these players free college and free tuition. The players should be bowing down, folks. No business ever loses money. They pass those expenses down to those other students that have to pay for their full college. They're making so much money, folks. No business loses money, ever. And colleges are still a business. That's why there's non-profit colleges and nobody goes to those trash schools. So every college is a for-profit college, folks. They make money. They make so much money off the players, of the athletes, that they can afford to give them free college while still making millions on millions of dollars, folks. So once again, this is not, the players should be bowing down to the college for the handout of a free ride of college. That's a little naive to think, in my opinion. And then also, first of all, this is the biggest thing. Colleges have lost all respect in this regard of the college admission scandal. So once again, oh my God, the colleges are losing money, and they're giving their hard-earned money to these players to pay for their tuition and making it a free ride. But then you have celebrities paying for their kids to get in. So they'll hand off that expense to the parents of the celebrities of the children as well, folks. So they're never losing money giving student athletes money for college, folks. So that's the first thing. Fuck the colleges. Fuck the colleges. Fuck their money. Thank you for the free ride, but I'm going to go and sign some endorsement deals because I'm going to get actual money that I can actually use now, because get your money when you can, folks. That's the only thing that matters in this world, folks. Cash rules everything around me. Money, 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 folks. And if you say no, you're lying to yourself, folks. And I will die on this hill. You are lying to yourself if you do not believe that money will literally solve a lot of your problems. They solve most of your problems just because you have that financial freedom, folks. Financial freedom, my only hope. Fuck living rich and dying broke? Come on, Jay-Z right there, folks. You're going to disagree with what Jay-Z is saying? Financial freedom is so big in this world, folks. If you have financial freedom, you can literally do whatever you want. You're not tied down to your job, your 9 to 5. You're not tied down to 1/3 of your life trying to make money. You can do whatever you want. Time opens up. You can start investing, getting just money off of residuals that you don't have to do anything to earn, folks. So yes, money will literally open up anything you want to do. So get your money when you can. If the colleges are making so much money off of you that they can literally give money to a lot of I would say a lot of college athletes have, a lot, scholarships, full rides. That they're making so much money off of the brand, off of what you're doing on the field. And can we talk about football again for a second? A high contact sport, a dangerous sport. You can be injured on one play and your future is fucked for the rest of your life, folks. And you don't want these players to get paid right now? Most college athletes don't even make it professional. So they'll never get money. They're getting free rides, so then they still have to work. Get paid while you can, man. I hate that, everybody's anti-getting money. What is that? Why is everybody shitting on people trying to get money? That's what everybody's goal is in life. To get more money. To be able to do more things and to have more things, to get money. But everybody shits on, hey, if I'm not getting money, I don't want them to get money. Fuck them. If I'm not getting money, you should struggle like me. What is that attitude? What is that mindset? I hate that, folks. I truly cannot even begin to begin getting behind that way of thought. I can't even get in that mindset, folks. I want to see everybody get money. Get money, folks. Yes. If you gave me a chance to get money, I'm taking the chance. If I get money, you will never hear from me again. If Takes by Fans blows up, you will never hear from me again. Maybe because I love doing the show, so maybe that. But folks, money literally, it's everything in this world. And for those that say it's not, I think you're lying to yourself or you're truly naive on how the world actually works. And how life, just natural life, just works. So, stop complaining that, oh my God, these players want more and more money. Folks, it's not like everybody's going to get a big deal. You act like, oh my God, like the fifth best swimmer is going to be able to get millions on millions of dollars. That's not going to happen, folks. We're going to have the select few get a lot of money. And then everybody else getting, solid money, nothing big. I don't even know what a price to put on it just because we haven't seen this before. I'd probably say, like below average, maybe average-ish. No, we'd have to probably say above average players getting a couple of grand. And you're going to knock that? So that's the first narrative that we can just truly throw out the window. Oh my God, they're getting a free ride of college. What more do they need? That's not actual money, folks. That's just saving you from debt. So you get a little bit of a head start out of college. You don't have to pay back those loans, and but you still have to work. Folks, everybody loves working. Why do y'all love working? Isn't that the goal, to not work? Everyone looks forward to retirement. Oh my God, I can't wait to work 65 years so I can finally retire, so I don't have to work. Everyone's so obsessed with working. Y'all can't. y'all won't catch me working. Heck no. But yes, get this money when you can, man. If you cannot work, do that. Do that. If you are financially free to not work, absolutely do that. So that's the one thing. What else do I want to bring up? All right, so a lot of people are kind of saying, well, if you're going to pay all these people, well, good luck with the locker room now, because you're going to have all these kind of, entitled kids with a lot of money. They're not going to kind of do the work that it takes to be successful in the sport now. They're not going to respect your authority just because they have money. Folks, what the hell is that about? Truly? You really think that? I think that may happen a little bit. I don't even think that's going to be that overall of a thing, because we're already seeing, college athletes getting in trouble and not, putting in the work. But if you truly are, a player all about the sport, you're going to put in the work regardless. So I don't even think that's really a narrative that really holds any weight. The players that are all about the money in the first place of the sport are always going to be like that. And they're always going to act the same way. And the people that are here for truly to be competitive and to get the wins, they're always going to be like that with or without the money. Why do you think people in the NFL are still having success? They're getting millions. They're getting millions of dollars, way more than what these NCAA athletes are going to get. But we still get great products on the field. And then we still get the non-good products, who's a big name? I mean, Phillip Rivers, he's getting all that money and never won. Does he care about winning? We had Jay Cutler in the league who literally is vocal about he didn't care about winning. He wanted the check. The only reason why he went to the Dolphins after the Bears was for the check. So please stop. Oh, it's going to hurt the locker room. It's going to hurt the sport. These players aren't going to be as competitive. Neither are, everything that you're just saying is literally happening in the NFL, and it's kind of proving you wrong already. So let these players get paid. Let these players make the money while they can, folks. If the college is profiting off of you and you can't even profit off of yourself on what you're doing, your sheer talent alone, who cares if you're not, he's not really old enough to make all this money. What? But, you can work. You can start working at 16, maybe even younger in some other states, but to make money. But if you're in college and you're a collegiate athlete, you shouldn't make money. So we've got young kids, 15-year-olds, able to make money because it's hard work. Oh, they're learning so great. They're learning life lessons, working, not being free for their childhood. They're working. They're earning that money. But these college kids, oh man, they're so great on the field, but they don't deserve any of the money that's coming in from the top of the college. They don't deserve the money. They're not working for it. But then after they get the degree, they go to college for 4 years and they go into kind of a dead-end job to work till 65. Oh, then they deserve to get the money. So we got 15 to 18 that you can make money. 18 to 21, you are not allowed to earn any money. And then 22 to 65, go out and earn the money. What is that? What is that? Y'all love not getting money. Y'all love people not getting money. I don't get it. Get the money while you can, folks, truly. If you can get the money now, you're not going to be able to, go pro. Folks, it's like, I don't even know if it's 1% of NCAA athletes go pro. So what are these other 99% going to do? They're not going to get the couple of bucks that they'll get for being good in college. They're just not good enough to get the $1 million deals. I'm not buying it. So, NCAA athletes can start profiting off of the NIL, folks, the name, image, and likeness. That's what NIL stands for. If you ever see that in an article, name, image, likeness. And this is how they can kind of make some money here. Hosting camps, private lessons, merchandise, podcasts, commercials, memorabilia, autographs, streaming. Folks, you couldn't even have a YouTube channel if you were like a collegiate athlete, folks. You couldn't even do that. Kids love playing video games. Twitch is like the best way to make money if you're good at it. And if you put an athlete on Twitch, goodbye. The bank account is running up, folks. You could even do that if you're a collegiate athlete. How lame. You're just trying to play a couple of games out here, getting donations from fans. So, streaming, Substack / Patreon, Shopify / Etsy, small business, and social media. So, this is long overdue, folks. Get paid while you can, folks. Not everybody is going to make it in a league. Baseball, football, soccer, whatever. I mean, could you imagine being a swimmer? Get the swimmers some money, folks. There is no money in swimming, ever. So get the money while you can swimming in college, because that's the best thing your college does is a swimming program. Go out and get that money. What else do we get? Yeah, that's kind of the main things, folks, that you can make money off of. And already people are cashing in. Auburn quarterback Bo Nix became the first collegiate athlete to sign an endorsement deal after the rule change. He announced the deal at 12:01 today, folks. As soon as the clock struck midnight, his man inked the deal, and it's for Milo Sweet Tea. Good for him. Get that sweet tea money, man. Come on. You're going to deny somebody for signing an endorsement for Milo Sweet Tea? Come on. Oh, now the college. Oh, that's another kind of thing I want to talk about, too. Another kind of narrative. Well, you know, if these kind of, you know, companies can just pay the athlete, then they're not going to pay the college. Folks, we're talking about, let's go to this Alabama team, this Alabama national championship team. Let's see how many companies are going to be paying these players, folks. Let's go to their last season when they won it all, folks. Can I get their roster up? All right, so I mean, Mac Jones, is anybody going to pay Mac Jones, folks? I don't even know if he's going to get a big endorsement, if he would have been getting a big endorsement. It's more like Devontae Smith and Najee Harris. Maybe Jalen Waddle. Probably Jalen Waddle. But you act like everybody on the team's going to get paid big money, folks. It's maybe colleges have like 3 great offensive or 3 great defensive players kind of max. So you're talking about those 3 players getting paid? And then everybody else really not getting anything. So, of course, companies are still going to sponsor the brand, the long brand. These players here for 1, 2, 3 years. But the brand is still higher than the players, folks. Alabama is way bigger than Mac Jones. It's way bigger than Najee Harris. And it's way bigger than Devontae Smith. So, of course, these companies are still going to invest in the brand of the college. It's Alabama. Yes, some companies, some smaller companies that can't afford the brand. Well, I can afford Devontae Smith because he's a fraction of the brand, so I'm going to go endorse Devontae Smith. That's no money that the college was going to get anyway. So, you know, everyone wants the colleges to get all this money and the players to get nothing. The colleges are good on their own, folks. They're getting backdoor deals from freaking Full House. The Full House money went to the college. What was it, UCLA? Stupid. Yeah, celebrities paying the college to have their kids in. That's the money they're still going to get. And they're still going to get the endorsement money on top of that. They'll be fine, folks. Trust me, the colleges will still be fine. They just opened up the college football playoffs to 12 teams. Trust me, the colleges will be fine. You don't have to cry because oh my God, the colleges are losing money. Worry about your own bread. You're worried about the colleges' bread? They're fine. Trust me. Trust me. They're getting China money. They're getting money from China to kind of... I don't want to go this deep in it, but just know they're getting money from China, folks. That will supplement any loss of money. Trust me. Jeez. So shout out to Bo Nix for getting that sweet tea money. Get me Milo sponsor. If you're looking for somebody to sponsor, shit, you could have just said it. Damn. I love Milo sweet tea. I'm drinking this every day. Damn. I got a whole fridge of Milo sweet tea. I love it. I love it. And the last thing I want to bring up here. The last thing I will kind of want to bring up here, because we all know 2 Chainz, baby. You know, the greatest artist of all time. He made a song about NCAA and getting paid money, folks. Let's see what these lyrics are and see what the problems that the NCAA players were kind of facing when they weren't getting money. Let's see what he's saying here, because we can all understand 2 Chainz, folks. All right, so let's see. Let's see these lyrics here. 2 Chainz, NCAA. If you haven't heard it, it's a great song. Let's see what these lyrics are saying. Get the full lyrics up. All righty. We got to get to the actual good parts. Not the I'm playing with the clit like a guitar. That's not really what we're talking about here. NCAA, we the young and dangerous. Yeah, we ballin' hard. I just want some paper. We're young and dangerous. And once again, CTE, folks, you get hit in football, CTE, you can't make money in the next level. Get money while you can. You're the one sacrificing your body. These athletes are sacrificing their body for the college. Yes, I know they want to go pro and they want to go as far as they can and they love the competition, but you don't think they should at least be compensated for that? Playing for free? Who plays for free? Who does anything for free, folks? Nobody. Oh, they get the scholarship. Yeah, kinda. Some of them do. All right. All right, here we go. This is it. It starts at verse 2. So the verse 1's good. You know, I play with the clit like a guitar. Obviously great. But verse 2, they starts getting into the actual problems here. So let me get this straight. If I drop 40 today, you don't care if I eat. You don't care if I ate. They say you better have a good grade, like a mixed baby hair. They say we go into the tournament. We gonna need you there. We get into the tournament. We get into the March Madness tournament. March Madness, folks, do you know how much money that generates? That's Wendy's money. You didn't see those commercials in this March Madness? Wendy's breakfast? You know how much money they were spending? You don't think these players should be getting some of that Wendy's money? Get that Wendy's money. Wendy's breakfast, folks. You don't care if I eat. You don't care if I ate. We go into the tournament. We gonna need you there. I have more crab legs than Jameis. You fake like you got a girlfriend, Manti Te'o. But, I mean, folks, I mean, that's true. Hey, we only care what you do on the court. Yeah, we gave you the scholarship, but you can't get any of that money, and you're just going to be a poor college student. Yeah, I don't care if you fucking ate. Did you eat today? Did you drop 40 today? If you dropped 40, then maybe I can go buy you dinner, but I can't because that's against the rules. But once again, they were getting the money anyway. It's all private deals. They took away that man's Heisman. They took away Reggie Bush's Heisman for that. Because it's still going on. It's just not, it has to all be backdoor. So they're getting the money regardless. Let them get it legally so they don't have to forfeit their awards. Oh my God. Anything else here? I can't wait to go to the league so I can buy my mama what she want. This the mindset, that mentality made me a killer fatality. From the public houses to a couple houses to a couple cars sipping a cup of tea. No teacup, this a bully. I read up with a fully. My mood change about money. Might open another company. Put that in an LLC. Like, how you gonna try and sue me? Folks! Right here! 2 Chainz is laying it all out for us. My jacket pants filled with 2 G's. My jacket pants filled with a few G's. I surround myself with a few G's. Wait a minute, let me follow this. You think because I got a scholarship that I don't need dollars just to parlay with? What? Man's I had the highest selling jersey. Braun moved back to Cleveland. Drake made a song about him. Man, he ain't even working. Folks, is anybody denying 2 Chainz here? Come on. So, I mean, I don't understand. Get the money. Get money. Get money. Get money. Get money when you can. And if it's during college only, take advantage. Get the money. I am behind this 1 trillion%. Nobody's going to lose money. And oh my God, the big corporations, the big colleges, they're losing money. Why do you care, folks? Why do you care? They're getting money every which way, and the players don't. Yes, they get a scholarship, but that's not money that you can spend. You can't spend scholarship money. You just don't pay for school. You don't have to pay that monthly. You don't have to pay that bill after the end of 4 years. But it's not like you get money to spend with. You need money to just live, folks. You still need money to just live. Random living expenses. Doing things. Let me ask you a question. When you went to college, were you just cooped in your room all day? Or did you go to the bars a couple of times? Did you go out and have fun a couple of nights? Did that cost money? Oh, it does? Oh, okay. So please, everybody, please stop the holier than thou attitude. I didn't need money. I made it fine with no money. Folks, truly, I didn't get money. They don't deserve money. Okay. They're getting a scholarship. They don't deserve money. It's two different types of money. Get money while you can, people. Everyone's trying to do that. So why are you shitting on people that are trying to do that? It makes no sense, folks. It truly doesn't. Get money while you can. Shit, I'm about to go back to college. Fuck. I'm about to do something. Fuck. I'll play a sport. Whatever y'all need. Endorse me. So, get the money. Get the money. All right, let's keep going here. We are late in the show. Damn. We are definitely not getting to that wild card Packers game. Unfortunate. But hey, we'll save that for a different day. We're not worried about that. So let's keep going here. I'm talking about some good news in the NBA. Finally, dodged a little bit of a big bullet here. So here we go. The good news on Giannis. There is no structural damage to Giannis Antetokounmpo's left knee after landing awkwardly last night during Game 4. His ligaments are sound, but his timetable to return is currently unclear. So no structural damage. It's not an ACL tear. It's nothing like that. So that's the good news. The bad news is he's probably not going to play for the rest of this series, and we don't know, if they move on to the finals against the Suns, will he play in that series? Maybe, maybe not. The good thing is here, really kind of the silver lining is next season, he should be good to go for the start of that. With an ACL, if he tore his ACL, he would have been out the entire season, folks. He would have been out the entire next season, a year out. So that's kind of the good news. Yes, he may not be good to go for this year, but next year he should be back right at the start. So that's some good news, and obviously his health is good news as well. No ACL tear. You don't want to have to go through that. I would assume it's terrible. It looks terrible. I wouldn't want to go through that. So Giannis, no structural damage in his left knee. Very good there. But don't expect him to play this game. And we get this little nugget, and I'm big about this. Give me this. Yes, sir. Damian Lillard and LeBron James were at the LA Sparks game last night, and they had a little dap up. Words were exchanged. They were laughing, smiling. And LeBron was like, hey, we need you on the Lakers. And Dave was like, yeah, you crazy, man. You crazy. And he's smiling. They're both having a good time. And this is what I want to see. Damian Lillard with LeBron James. Give me that. That's all LeBron is asking for. A consistently clutch player. Yes, get that. And then if this happens, LeBron could get back at Kyrie Irving. When Kyrie Irving, what did he say? Kevin Durant's probably like the best superstar or the clutchest player I've ever played with or something. Kyrie, this was it. Kyrie said, there is nobody that I would trust in late game situations besides me, but I trust Kevin Durant. It was something along those lines of that quote. Hey, I don't trust anybody else besides me, but if I had to trust somebody else besides me, it's only Kevin Durant. And you play with LeBron James, that's ultimate disrespect right there. Ultimate. The man won without you. The man won without you. Yes, you hit a clutch shot and won as well, but he won without you. You need him more than he needs you. You haven't won without LeBron, so please stop that. So LeBron could get a little bit of a dig back at Kyrie Irving being like, I've never played with the clutcher player in my life. And Kyrie hit that big shot in the finals against the Warriors over Steph Curry. So this is what I want to see, folks. This is what I want to see. If you're going to clown LeBron James, you better at least win without him. And you haven't been able to do that. Get Damian Lillard to the Lakers, win a ring, and then tweet out, I've never played with another clutch star ever. Something along those lines. To dig at Kyrie Irving. I want to see it. I want to hear it. I want to read it. I want to see it. I want it. I want it. I want the dig on Kyrie Irving from the GOAT. So we'll see. Recruiting, hey, go get them, folks. Go get that. Damian Lillard, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. Championship. That's a championship level team right there. That's an undefeated season team if everybody stays healthy. So we'll see what we obviously don't know what's happening with Damian Lillard. We're speculating. But, hey, they met. They shook. They dapped. They smiled. They laughed. That's all you need. Alrighty, last kind of story to go over. The Suns, they clinched the final spot. Very well done for Chris Paul. Truly deserved. An amazing point guard. Always kind of eluded by the finals, but is finally there. Now he just has to close out. But Suns, since the bubble, folks, when Devin Booker went 8-0 in the bubble and really just kind of changed history from there on out. So their record before the bubble last season, 26-39. Record in the bubble, 8-0. Since the trade for Chris Paul, they went 51-21. Playoff record, 11-3, and they're in the NBA Finals, folks. How crazy is that bubble season has truly transformed the Phoenix Suns in a year, folks? Devin Booker put himself on the map. Chris Paul was like, hey, I want to play with this guy. And then all those events happening, making DeAndre Ayton a starting center in this league, a true starting winning A1 Tier 1 center. Yes, that's what I'm saying. A1 Tier 1 DeAndre Ayton. He's A1 Tier 1 center in this league, folks. So really just kind of crazy how the course of events have changed ever since the bubble, and you got to put all the respect on the OG of Devin Booker getting it done, and then Chris Paul really kind of taking the reins here this year, leading the team, helping lead this Suns team to the NBA Finals, and only 3 losses in the playoffs so far, 11-3. Jeez Louise, that's absolutely fantastic. So oh, man, the Suns. I'm going to be rooting for them in the finals, folks. No more Giannis for the Bucks, so that's, I don't really want to see the Bucks win. And, Trae Young with the Hawks, I would like to see that, but I got to give it to Chris Paul. His time's running out, and, we don't got this jersey on for nothing, folks. We are a big Chris Paul fan over here, so I think we're going to be officially rooting for the Suns. We'll see what happens for this Hawks-Bucks series, tied 2-2 going into Game 5 tonight. But very well done for the Suns last night to close out. So, since we're talking about the Suns, let's just jump into the game from last night. We'll break this game down and then do our moneymaker for tonight's game, and that will probably be it. We will not get to the wild card game, unfortunately. But now we only got one playoff game on every other day, so we'll have a little bit more time on the show for all those good stuff, for all that good extra stuff, extra segments. So let's talk about the Suns Clippers Game 6, and I think we just got to start with Chris Point God, folks. CP3 Point God, absolutely fantastic. The Suns absolutely kind of blow out the Clippers 130-103. It got a little chippy in the fourth quarter. Patrick Beverley shoving Chris Paul, truly classic Reggie Jackson, uncalled for. Disrespect. That's not the disrespect we like. That's not the unsportsmanship that we like. Nothing like that. Really, truly uncalled for. But let's start here with the Suns. Chris Paul, 41 points, folks. 41 points in a closeout game. Paul George, we heard, hey, we had to apologize to him and kiss his feet. He didn't drop 41 in a closeout game. He lost. He shot 40%. Folks, I don't know, these narratives that the national media spews out, folks, I don't get it. I do not get it. Chris Middleton being Batman, Giannis the Robin, and that everybody needs to immediately apologize because Paul George had a good Game 5 after he stuttered in Game 2 and didn't miss the free throws. Folks, if he made those free throws, this would have been 3-3 going into Game 7. So why am I apologizing to Paul George for making up for his mistake? I'm not. I didn't. I never did. We were firm on that. We never bought into those trash narratives that got instantly dispelled the very next game. I don't know what you want from us, folks. But here we go. Chris Paul, 41 points, 8 assists, led the team in assists, led the team in points. Shot 87% from three, folks. He shot 7 of 8 from three, led the team. He shot 66% on 24 shots. Fantastic. The man was absolutely clutch in this closeout game, and you give the man all the respect and credit that he truly deserves. Chris Paul finally going to the finals, and you mother-loving love to see it. And I'm definitely glad that he got to the finals and may be able to win a ring before Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan, because we were talking about those two winning a ring because they were on that stacked next team. If DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin won a ring before Chris Paul, I would have went absolutely manic, folks. I would have went manic. So thank goodness they're out and Chris Paul's in. Devin Booker, 22 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. He shot 1 of 7 from 3. This is, Devin Booker hasn't been that great in the playoffs. He's been solid, nothing truly great. So we are going to have to see Devin Booker truly get it done in the finals, and we'll see if he's able to do so. He shot 38% last night on 26 shots, very not great. And like we said, the 1 of 7 from the 3. So we are going to have to see Devin Booker go manic in some of these playoff games. Chris Paul doesn't go manic very often here for the Suns team. He's kind of the number 3 scoring option. He's not looking to score. He's more the floor general. Devin Booker is their number 1 scoring option. Kind of DeAndre Ayton's kind of their number 2. And then Chris Paul, like we said, he only averaged 15 points this season, folks. So it's not like he was out here balling, cashing out, doing what James Harden was doing, 11 assists, 25 points. It's like 8 assists, 15 points. So he's more facilitating the floor than he is a scoring option. But when he turns it on, he can truly turn it on. So I may want to see Chris Paul be a little bit more selfish in the finals if Devin Booker is truly not getting on his bullshit, putting up like 35 a game. DeAndre Ayton, though, back on his prime bullshit. Love it. 16 points, 17 rebounds, and he shot 80% on 10 shots. Jay Crowder, a huge reason why they won this game as well. His threes were hitting constantly throughout the game. 19 points, 5 rebounds on 5 of 9 from 3. That's all we asked for Jay Crowder. The good defense and to hit the threes. And, he's been a little kind of iffy in the series for the threes. He finally got it going in game number 6, and another reason why they were able to blow out this Clippers team. And then Mikal Bridges, 9 points, 4 assists. Just, took 6 shots. Everybody else was scoring. They didn't need him to score, and that was really it. I mean, these scoring totals are great. 41 by Chris Paul, 22 by Devin Booker, 19 by Jay Crowder, and 16 by DeAndre Ayton. You don't need anybody else to score. So Mikal Bridges, 9 points on 66%. We'll take that absolutely all day. Now, off the bench, Cameron Payne, 15 minutes, 7 points and 7 assists. Pretty solid. Wasn't too efficient, but was decent. 3 of 9 from the field, 1 of 2 from the 3. The 7 assists, that's what we're talking about, folks. This man can get it done. He only played 15 minutes and had 7 assists. I mean, we like to see this man get hefty minutes out here. Still stand by that. And then Torrey Craig playing 30 minutes because of no Cameron Johnson. Even Cam Johnson wasn't in this game, and they still were able to pull off the win. And Torrey Craig just playing great defense. A plus 28 in 30 minutes, and he only put up 3 points. So really great there. 8 rebounds to go along with that, and he only took 3 shots for those 3 points. So the bench, once again, nobody needed to score. The core 4 was scoring, so everyone else just kind of had to be, supporting cast out there, and that's exactly what they all were. So great job for the Suns. Truly deserve to get to the finals here. They're the deepest team, folks. They're the healthiest, deepest team. And let me knock on wood, because I can't be witness to Chris Paul. I don't even want to say it, but for some reason getting injured again this year. We've already seen a couple of, little, hopefully it's nothing bad by Chris Paul. And it hasn't been. Everything's kind of 1 or 2 games out or uncomfortable, something like that. So they are the deepest, healthiest team, and that's really going to kind of be the edge here for whoever comes out of the East. Whether it's the Hawks, Trae Young's a little banged up. If it's the West, Giannis is probably not good to go for the rest of the year. So this Suns team truly has the upper hand here now that they are truly fully 100% healthy, basically. All right, the Clippers now. All righty, let's see who did not get it done. Who did not step up to the occasion. Here we go. Patrick Beverley was at the 1, and they moved Reggie Jackson to the 2. So I'm not a huge fan of that switch from Ty Lue. Reggie Jackson was playing the 1. Patrick Beverley was playing the 2, and I thought that was good. Didn't really work out on the switch. So Patrick Beverley put up 11 points, 3 assists. He shot 57% on 7 shots. Reggie Jackson, though, this was a little bit of a flounder by him. He's been really great this entire series, and he's kind of been playing above himself, and he kind of came back down a little bit in game number 6 last night. 13 points on 33% shooting and only 2 of 7 from the 3. He did have 8 assists, though, and 4 rebounds, so not bad overall, but that lackluster points, that's what we need on this Clippers team. We need them to start scoring the ball in bunches for their core kind of 3 of Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris, and Paul George. They also moved Marcus Morris to the 5 and Terrence Mann at the 3. Once again, I mean, I would have ran with that same lineup that y'all did in game number 5. Reggie Jackson at the 1, Patrick Beverley at the 2, Paul George at the 3, Marcus Morris at the 4, and Terrence Mann at the 5. They kind of switched it around a little bit, and it wasn't that successful overall, unfortunately. Marcus Morris, 26 points. He had a great night. 26 points, 9 rebounds, and he shot 4 of 11 from the 3. Not bad overall, and he was the leading scorer of the squad, so you give him credit. Marcus Morris has truly stepped up when they needed to, but Paul George, folks, how everybody said we needed to apologize. 21 points in a closeout game? 1 of 6 from the 3. He did shoot 40%, which isn't bad, but we need you to be that killer instinct. You can't be the second leading scorer on your team in a closeout game. That's kind of unacceptable, truly. So, overall, Paul George, he did have, this may have been one of his best playoff runs, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, that's not really saying that much. He has some nice, great games. He has some real bad games. Missing those 2 free throws. Game 2, that's a huge game, and everyone wants to sweep it under the rug for what he did collectively, but it's like, if he hits those free throws and they win that game, going into game 6, it's 3-2 Clippers. Suns win game 6, it's 3-3 going into game 7. So Paul George was constantly making up for the bad games that he played in, that he kind of floundered in. He was always bad game, then a good game, bad game, then a good game, bad game, then a good game, always making up for those bad games. So overall, this kind of playoff run by Paul George wasn't the greatest. It was good, but it's not A1 tier 1 superstar level good. Unfortunate. So 21 points, 9 rebounds, 1 of 6 from the 3, 40% on 15 shots. He hit 8 of 9 free throws, so that's good. But still, a minus 25 on the floor, the worst by far. The second worst was minus 18. So once again, I'm not ready to kind of apologize to Paul George. He's still kind of, pandemic P, Paul Snorge, pandemic P, playoff P. Nothing great. Not reliable. A number 2, a true Robin. And then Terrence Mann at the 3. 5 points on 28% shooting from the field on 7 shots. 0 of 3 from the 3. Nothing great. Off the bench, we had Nicholas Batum, 9 points on 6 shots. DeMarcus Cousins kind of got his 12 points on 8 shots, not terrible. And then Luke Kennard, 3 points on 4 shots in 13 minutes. So just truly nobody stepping up, rising to the occasion. Nobody going Chris Paul, 41 points. Nobody even going for 30. And, Marcus Morris the only player, 25 plus points at 26. So Clippers, unfortunate. Little undermanned here in the series, and it finally caught up to him. Paul George could not lead this team. So the Suns find themselves into the finals, folks. They're coming out of the West. Truly deserved. A great overall team. 1 through 5 can get it done on a nightly basis, and you love to see it. Alrighty, so let's go to the NBA on tonight. We got Game 5, Bucks, Hawks. So let's go to... Why can we not... What the hell is going on here? Where's the line? Where is the line? We don't got the line up? We can't bet on tonight's game? What is DraftKings doing to us? There's no line here. There's only team futures, player futures, and NBA draft. Where is the game tonight? There is a game tonight. So I guess we are going to have to read it to y'all. We'll have to go on the Score Mobile. Alrighty, well, DraftKings going to lose our business then. Unfortunate. So here we go. Let's talk about it. And usually the Score Mobile line's like a half a point or a full point lower than what DraftKings usually provides. Unfortunate. Wow. I can't believe the spread, folks. Ultimate disrespecting. We will make a lot of money tonight. So here we go. Hawks, Bucks. Hawks +3. Hawks +3. Bucks -3. Oh, my goodness. Let's get the ins and outs here. Trae Young, game time decision. Bogdanovich, game time decision. Clint Capella, game time decision. Now, I'm sure Clint Capella and Bogdanovich play. Trae Young, I'm going to bet this like he's not playing tonight. And then the Bucks. Giannis is a game time decision. He's not going to play tonight, folks. No way he plays tonight. Maybe in game 6, but not in game 5. And here we go. Exactly what we just updated it here on Twitter. There it is. Giannis is out for game 5. There it is. So truly out here. Do we get any news on Trae Young? I'm sure he's not going to play. But he is still a game time decision, and I do think he still has a chance. I would probably say 70-30. 70 doesn't play, 30 does play. But so we'll just kind of bet this as Hawks are not going to have Trae Young, and I'm taking the Hawks +3 all day and tomorrow, folks. This Bucks team, like we said, they have to account for 30 points. Besides Chris Middleton, they need to make up 30 points for not having Giannis on the floor. Basically that. And I can't trust anybody on this team to score the ball like that. Chris Middleton is barely getting good games off. He just floundered in game 4 when he was the Batman. He showed up like Nightwing out there. Trash. There's no, we're going to have to, who's going to be their bigs? And then we're going to have still PJ Tucker on the floor, folks. He doesn't give us any points. Drew Holiday, he can give us about 20, 25 maybe, but we need them collectively to make up 30 points. We can't count on anybody. Pat Connaughton, he can get a couple of points, maybe 10 we can account for. Bryn Forbes can't even score anymore, so we can't even account for him on really any points. I'll give him maybe 5, so we've got 15 so far, and Pat Connaughton really kind of puts up maybe 10. So maybe 10 from Pat Connaughton. Bobby Portis, maybe 10 as well. Bryn Forbes, 5. We're at 25 points. We still have to make up 5 points, and then on top of that, we need everybody just to go kind of beast mode as well. We need Chris Middleton to put up like 25 plus. We need Drew Holiday to put up kind of 25 plus. We need Brook Lopez to put up like 10 to 15 plus. That's just to be competitive. I can trust everybody on that Hawks team. They were rocking and rolling with Lou Will at the point guard position. I didn't think it was going to work like that, but it worked like that. Bogdanovich was his best game, was game number 4. So this Hawks team is climbing up. They worked without Trae Young, and this Bucks team did not work without Giannis. Can't trust this Bucks team scoring. They probably won't put up more than 90 points. They put up what? 88 in game 4, they'll probably do the same. So Hawks, rest Trae Young for the finals. That's where you're going to need him. You're not going to need him here against the Bucks. I'm taking the Hawks +3 all day and to mother-loving tomorrow. Alrighty, that's going to do it for us today. Hawks +3, that's the bet, folks. That's truly the play out here. I don't care that they're on the road. Who cares? You don't have Giannis. You got no scoring. Alrighty. What else? Do we got any, do we have any breaking news? Does not seem like that. So, we will be back tomorrow, live, noon Eastern, breaking it all down, seeing what happens in this Hawks-Bucks Game 5. And we will see you tomorrow, folks.